Alrighty. Hopefully the internet holds up this time around. Let me just figure this out for a moment. That's the one I need. Alrighty. Before I start, I wanna do some practice on this strat again and warm my hands up a little while doing so. Well, that didn't work out on the first one, funnily enough. That should be the easiest one. Let's see if that would even affect it by a lot. That's almost better, honestly. That's wild. Works. Wouldn't lose that much time. Not quite what I was looking for, but good enough, I guess. Let's try this a couple of times. But in the end, I know what to do there. But yeah, one thing that I definitely noticed is that I should be doing more no reset runs, since the freaking relay is coming up on Tuesday, which is effectively in 3 days. It kind of crawled up on me and all of a sudden it's happening. And I haven't really achieved the level of preparation that I wanted to achieve. I'll be quite honest. Yeah, I'm not sure if that setup was good, but let's see. It should be fine. That works. Basically what I noticed is, well, as long as this doesn't happen, if I'm doing it more carefully, there is a lot of leeway. Well, anyway, let me do one no reset right now and see how fast I can finish this game under normal circumstances. As long as I'm staying under 1:23:30, I'm like, well, I mean, that's the ideal. Anything under 1:23:30 I'm very happy with. Anything under 1:25 is good. Anything under 130 is acceptable, but wouldn't make me too happy. Even though it should be enough. But yeah, this is the no research run of the day. And I better not reset, because that would kinda make this not the way I want it to go. And who knows how fast this will be. Funnily enough, if I get past Gaius, even a no research run has a chance to just straight up get the record, so it's all about the Gaius for the most part. Wow. Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen during really longer fun. This is very, very... how should I put it? Bizarre. Let's say bizarre. To not hurt my own feelings. Okay, this is like a 20-second time loss there. The problem was that the angle of the camera didn't line up in the way it usually does, so that messed with my timing a little. Even though it shouldn't under any circumstance. Alright, you know. I should probably also practice my commentary at some point. As far as I'm aware, I won't have anyone to help me. But not today. I mean, in the end, I'll just wing it and it'll be fine. Less worried about the live marathon aspect, more so about the performance. Since, you know, doing the relay with such talented people, I don't want to be that outlier that barely passes the speed check, I guess. Whatever that means. Probably just pressure I put on myself. For no reason. Okay, this actually is kinda sus. Kinda saved. I mean, honestly, It is mostly practice, but it also depends on what you're going for. No, if you just want to be on the head, it's fairly easy to do. If you want to do the IL thing, I would recommend you to watch Upso's runs, because I think he times it with a double roll, which I never practiced it because I'm mostly going for full game consistency. And there I basically just run to the bottom left until the hand hits, and then I switch direction and jump. But I always land on the side of the head. But it is mostly practice. I know you can probably get the consistency of that one quite far. Even if just like, you know, you'll have to find your own setup there. It is a bit different from the OG, but it is doable. I mean, you know, it's me saying I have like probably 95+% consistency on that, and during this no reset run I literally missed it, so you know, it is what it is. But I gotta practice with no reset here. I've been trying to replicate VIL. Oh, by the way, now this guy has been spamming Arabic or whatever in my chat the last stream as well. I'm just wondering if it's appropriate or not, because I have no way of telling. Well, excuse my ignorance, I don't even know if that's Arabic or anything else. But you might actually be able to help here. Anyway, let me focus on that, guys. Because honestly, the saddest part about no resets marathon runs is that the now better guys strat, not only does it look less impressive, it's also harder. It's kind of a curse, not gonna lie. Okay. There was a lot more last stream, and I'm not able to tell otherwise. Okay, not sure if that's enough, but I'll just try to do it this way. Wow, I messed this up so badly. Wow, fuck me. This is pain, but it's like the worst it will get. Let me just readjust here. Try to hit a couple arrows. Okay, at least we're back up here. We'll be fine. Well, on second try I did well though. Gotta take the positives where I get them, right? It's always the arrows that trip me up, honestly. The stabs themselves are not as bad anymore as they used to be. But still, Starting a minute behind is always a bit iffy. Well, no reset is no reset. Funnily enough, I can probably still record off of this, which would be the saddest thing ever. Because if I did, this would mean that, you know, I probably got the best late game ever. But it's not out of the question. I only need 20 seconds after all, and I think there's still a minute in here. A minute and a half maybe. I don't know. Probably more even. Basically, the gist of it is I gotta practice Gaius a lot. But the secondary goal of 123.30 is still way within realms of possibility. Dare I say it would even be pretty comfortable if I do a decently solid run. But yeah, Noah, if you are interested, I think after this run I might not have enough time to do too many more like any percent attempts, so maybe I'll try a bit of NTA Valis and see if I could replicate something reasonable. Well, I mean, it depends on what you're going for. Phaedra is a bit of a roadblock with the most advanced strats, but it's more so like, you know, even if you have a good setup, considering in an any percent run it's fairly far down the run, the strat that we use is a bit tricky. Yeah, here I completely messed it up. So far this is pretty much worst case scenario of a run. Wow. Rip aggro. That's why I want to do a full game run, just to practice with these backups. Oh, come on. I should be good though now. If you mean this strat, it's not too bad if you know what to look for. But it can be hard to get into. Nah. There's like a way to make this strat very consistent. In any percent it's a bit harder. The one I was going for, well, I basically just missed the input and it's a done deal. I mean, dare I say something very crazy? I think there's no like strats left in this run that are crazy difficult. The problem is it's just a lot of things one after another, and all of them are decently difficult, so it adds up over time. I mean, even if you look at PDO's world record in this category, he had such a sick early game, or let's say mid game, with a few exceptions in the early game as well, and that it just completely messed up Argus and Zenobia. And like, with all the new strats that we have, you'd think it would be easy to beat, and maybe it is in the grand scheme of things, but getting there at all. Like, I've been struggling getting past guys and Phaedra. The one cycle phalanx is free though, if you know what you're doing. You don't wanna kill the first 2 sigils, you just do 1.9 stabs, and then it never triggers the animations, since you have extra damage on the sacks. You basically just do 1.9, 1.9 and kill the last one. That one is easy. It's not so easy with the like more in-depth setups and all that, but the one cycle itself is free. I mean, at this point for me, it's like Gaius is a big roadblock, Phaedra can sometimes be a roadblock, and the rest is fine. Hydra's used to be a big roadblock in any percent, but when you set up a half for it, makes it as easy as boss rush if you do it correctly. Pass run is fine. Though there I had a couple runs die due to me not getting a plant, but that one is also only just a thing if you mess up the early jump stab. If you don't, it's usually fine. Craziest part of it is if I gold split every split from this point on, I still world record. But now it would just be sad. My goal is to sub 1:23:30, just as a showcase kind of run. And I mean, a showcase kind of run can have a couple mistakes. Well, this one particularly was pretty ugly, not gonna lie. That's honestly the best way to go forward. It's weird, but as you get to know the game more, those harder tricks become easier because you get a better understanding of the game. But Hydra's is definitely one of the tougher ones to get into, simply because it's so precise. It needs a quite specific knowledge. Jakey was talking about making a guide for like beginners with like basically a toolkit to start doing runs without crazy skips, which sounds like a good idea. And I also, like, once I regain the record, hopefully soon enough, I kinda wanna do a very up-to-date, in-depth any percent guide, since the ones that we have right now are very outdated. And getting the world record would give me a good showcase run to go off of. But with the way it's going right now, I'm not sure when I'm gonna get that one. But I mean, it's always like that. On any day, in any specific run, it could just randomly happen. I've had a couple that went far on good pace. And like compared to these splits, I only need like 20 seconds. It's really not a lot to ask for. Yeah, I've gotten better about Avion. Like, the strats that we do in any percent at least are not too hard, but losing them makes you look like a fool if you mess them up. So, for marathons, honestly, getting past Avion is the point where I start relaxing. Because no matter what, now you got like more predictable strategies and all that. Like, none of the later Colossi are run-ending in any sense. They're also big time loss potentials. I mean, if you're going for world record, anyone can be a run-ender, but on like a marathon run, it doesn't look as severe, I guess. Because, like, you know, if you fall off Avion, mess up Gaia, so fail Phaedra launch, those are very, very visible mistakes. And for the later ones, of course, this can happen as well, but I'm a lot more confident in my execution. So usually it's not as severe. But, you know, haven't been too, like, how would I put it, fond of my play as of recently. Hopefully that can change, and it will change. It's just like the way this game goes. Why is he stopping? Oh my god. Yeah, the launch is kind of fun and very rewarding. Though 90% if we do something different. I'm not sure if you're referring to that, but if you haven't seen this one before, you might be surprised. Whoa, nice flip, boy. Okay, so the 90% strat is very bizarre. Hopefully I can make it work. With my track record on this run so far, we'll see. Because basically if you skip that cutscene at a very specific point, like 5-frame window, you can do this. And IGT wise it's a lot faster, since you don't have to wait for the animation and all that. It's like a very 90% specific thing we're doing, which is kinda cool. But we can incorporate those cutscene kind of glitches. Oh, fuck you. And all you two stand for, Barba. Bam. Yeah, cool. The 90% one is pretty cool. There's a data line you can use as a reference. But also just the launch is pretty decent. I liked the launch as a strat more, but you know, gotta do a thing that's faster. And this one is still kinda cool, because it's different. But yeah, the reason why doing an any percent guide might be necessary is like, for example, the freaking setup for Hydra's any percent changed so much, and this new one is so much better. Which I incorporated. I think it was like one that the Japanese have been doing for a long time, but I'm not sure if they did it for any percent. But I found a way to make it work in any percent. So that's very cool. And yeah, and I don't wanna curse it, but looks like my internet is also holding up well. I'm not sure what caused it to just malfunction the last few times, but considering it went out for like almost a whole day, I don't think it was... It might have been like a more general problem in the area. That happened like a couple of times. Hopefully it will be fine for really long a phone. Really got to take that cutscene as much as possible to optimize for IGT. Jump all the way here. Wait for Hydra's health bar to appear. Do one long jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 swims. That sets up Hydra's just right. Do a little turn. You don't have to, but it makes it a bit smoother. Then swim, jump step, and do it completely wrong. Okay. I haven't failed this one in a long time. This is annoying. Please kill me. Oh, wow. Okay, in this case it's actually fastest to just throw yourself off this tower to reset. Okay, I'm not getting a break this time around. I'm just suffering. Oh boy. This run is specifically bad. Beautifully executed jump off. Oh, look at him. Oh boy. Let's make this happen again, ideally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully this time around. It's usually easier when you die. But it's annoying that I failed it. Because on normal it's kinda hard to come back from that. This time around it's good though. On hard it's very easy because you die very easily. On easy you just suffer. So there's no way to just freaking die. Anyway. Yeah. Well. Rough start. Very rough start. This is unusually rough. Very unusually rough. But at least I'm playing the game again. I'm tired of just resetting on guys over and over again. But this is rough. No idea what was wrong with my setup either. That was weird. Okay, I guess now my goal is to just stay under 123.30 and get as many gold splits as possible. Just to get something out of this. Yes, there is, on category extensions. Like if you go to the speedrun.com leaderboard, I created a news thing where you can find the category extensions. It's like for all the Team Eco games. It has a lot of fun little categories in there, including the Trico Factor Relay, which this is actually a practice for, basically on Tuesday on really longathon, which is like a big marathon which is currently going on actually, and that features a lot of long runs. Sable, Dragon Rook, Hayauki and I will attempt a world record run of a relay, which basically just adds up all the games, and if they're played in one go it counts. And on Tuesday I will be doing the Shadow of the Colossus section. After Sable will do the Last Guardian and Hayauki will do Eco 50 Hz. Hayauki's the world record holder and he's on fire for Eco. Sable has been like playing the Last Guardian forever and currently holds the second place on the leaderboard. It's pretty much uncontested, and I've held the Shadow record quite a few times, 20%. Currently third. On a good day I could do the record, I guess. And holding the records for most of the other full game runs, so that's fun. Okay, this is disastrous, almost, I'd call it. Navigating this part has always been difficult for me personally. Yep, yeah, sure, aggro. Whatever you say. Please just go. It would be fitting if PDO arrived and called my Kuro trash. That's his sole purpose. Ooh, that was fancy. I always wonder if it's faster to go with aggro up here or just doing that jump. I think that jump looked pretty fast. Ooh, wait a second. That was rough. Anyway. Oh, come on, Wander, you're better than that. The big struggle. Yeah, no reset. But this is a particularly harsh no reset. Basically, I failed on Valis and had to do second try. The delay is so bad, okay. No worries. But yeah, on Valis it was second try, on Gaius it was also second try. Like, I didn't even fail anything specifically for the strat. Like, second try was very good, but like, I just failed to get onto Gaius the first time around. Phaedra was second try. Hydrus was second try. So yeah, I'm suffering. But you know, I just... Really Longathon is on Tuesday. I really gotta do more full runs. Otherwise I'm just suffering. I haven't seen the game past Gaius in quite a few streams. But after I'm done with this run through, we'll see. Maybe I'll do a couple attempts. Or I'll just do ILs or something. But it's been rough. And still though, like, this has been a horrible run so far. And I'm still well within the pace of what I'm aiming for, which is sub 23:30. Well within is probably stretching it, but let's say within realms of possibility if I just keep going well. And usually the runs are not that bad. Specifically Hydrus was very odd, but I managed to die after falling off the tower. I wonder if there's a better way to die on Hydrus, honestly. Because the spikes usually don't kill you on normal. Besides falling off the tower or waiting for Hydrus to come by again. Would you know what you could do there? I'm wondering what is faster, even. Swimming after Hydrus or falling off the tower. Because falling off the tower can go very wrong. If you mess it up, it probably takes longer than just swimming after Hydrus. It is a weird one. Anyway. Hello, sir. I'm here to stab your head. With respect. Would you mind? Wow. In a run like this, I just get that, right? Is that just a plant? No way this is just a plant. Oh, fuck off. If that didn't go wrong that horribly, this would have been fine. Is this a plant? Nope. It never is it? No. Oh, fucking hell. It always is so ass on Bassaran. And it started well. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, for a marathon run, this would be a very good Bassaran. And it isn't that bad overall anyway. It's just that it could have been insanely good. That's the annoying part. I should have probably repositioned there. Because I kinda could tell that it was iffy. But repositioning is always so dangerous. The only way to get a consistent plant is like if you grab the head and do the back and forth re-grab. But that only works if you actually get 3 stabs off. Have you ever looked into faster ways to get to Dirge? This is what I'm wondering. It always feels so awkward. By the way, I'm completely going the wrong way right now. What the hell am I doing? I'm just throwing. Yeah, well, besides my sanity. I'm still trying to get sub 123.30, which is my ultimate goal for a really longathon. But not gonna lie, if I'm gonna start with runs like that, it might be a tough one. But usually they are better. My last few races I've gotten very good ones. Just gotta focus, but I also gotta commentate. It's rough. It's just rough. I gotta ask Stocky again. It's just my go-to co-commentators all vanished from this game. It's kinda sad. You could give me a bird's eye view of the land. What do you mean by that? This, like, invisible rock is the worst thing on this planet, by the way. I really gotta make sure to take this one far. That would be good, honestly, yeah. Just to consider a few things. Also, like, there's talks about doing a platinum race between me and Stocky. Stocky's avoiding it, but I want to make it happen. And I think looking over the exact, like, routing of the shrines might be beneficial to do. Okay, this felt solid. It's average, more so than solid, but I'd take that average anytime. Woo! Usually I do this later. I should be fine. Oh my god. Okay, I literally... Anyway. This isn't even hitting, is it? I have no idea how you guys can make those things so smooth. It never works for me. Oh god, I'd hate that. I would hate that a lot. I will do the PS3 Platinum if you route it out for me, but I don't think I could get Stocky to do it. I also think that the Platinum can go much lower time-wise, so... Just gotta spam hard. Yeah, well, I have no idea how to even attempt to route the lizards and the apples. It sounds like brain damage. I know there's like maps for it and stuff. I also kind of want to do all difficulties. I might do that soon. Maybe as kind of part of Tricksmith. Yeah, exactly. Give me all the ways to harm myself in this game. Not promoting self-harm, but like... Platinum PS3 though? I mean, we can always strive for self-harm, but nobody will get close to Sable's Plat Factor anytime soon. That shit was ridiculous. Like, eco isn't that hard, but even wrapping my head around platting like TOG sounds like insanity. What was even the final time of Sable? I know she got like a low 10-hour Shadow of a Colossus plat, which for someone who doesn't run Shadow of a Colossus that much is actually very good, I'd say. Low 10 hours, like... I expected more so something towards 12 hours, if I'm being honest. Yeah, but that's like with a break. I think she took like a 12 or so hour break, which we would count out. We still have to make the rules, but I think 12 hours of break should be granted. And then we'd have to calculate what excess RTA there is anyway. It's absolutely insane. Probably the biggest achievement in this like game series run-wise. Maybe not like... well, it also takes a lot of skill to learn the platinum for all 3 runs and doing them in such a good way. I'm just saying, well, it might not be as optimized or crazy, but it's just such a show of dedication and sheer like mental strength. It's insane. I was always memeing around that, and Sable just did it. I should really just do more of the things I say. Sable's very inspiring and that kind of thing. Because, like, jeez. She just went for it. It's so remarkable. Just do the things that you wanna do instead of not doing them, right? Just go for it and see what happens. You'll be wiser and yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure I was going for it, but you know, it's crazy. See a nerd. At least my Celosia splits are clean, right? Always shaving that second off, hell yeah. That's the second I gained from jumping off aggro directly, probably. The Dirge was also a bad time loss. Oh, that's because I went the wrong way, I remember now. Now, let me not mess up Pelagia so hard that I scream in pain. What I can strive for is just get such a clean freaking late game now. that I get a 123 or something. 123 flat, I don't know. Sub 123. Off of this run, that would be insane. Sub 123 is like the sub 1, effectively. And getting a sub 1 of such a terrible run would be quite impressive, and it's doable. At that point you can just take away 3.5 minutes and realize what has happened there. Sure, aggro. The jumping of aggro towards this thing strat is probably faster, right? If you do it right. I got to map it out, but it might be too risky to go for. By the way, I just realized, now that we have plat factor, we also need plat factor relay. Jesus Christ. Imagine plat factor relay. That would be so sick and so terrifying. Funnily enough, a lot more doable than regular plat factor. We just have to convince Sancho to do the platinum run. Or anyone else, really. I think it's not too bad to learn. Why was this always more terrifying than it really is for me? This was gold? Really? How was this gold? In what universe was this gold? I'm shocked. I don't think my pathing was that great. But maybe it was better than usual because I did the quick stop. That is insane. 6 seconds out of nowhere. I'll take it. Let's see if I can push my sum of best below 118. With a good phalanx, it's definitely already there. Just because PDO has been bullying me with how bad my sum of best is. But I think I can get to some insane degree of optimization. I just haven't really gotten great late game splits so far, which is a big part of it. I mean, it was a very good Pelagia fight. Pretty much perfect. Just didn't feel like it would be gold worthy. Okay, let's see if I can make this sick thing happen. Just like in the simulations. Of course. Fuck off. Fuck off. Wow. How? I'm disgusted by myself. I mean, the positioning of aggro was terrible, but I have no idea how that arrow missed. It didn't feel bad, but I'm sick to my stomach. Oh well. Sure, okay. Now this is just the usual phalanx stuff I see. Yep. I don't even know what I'm doing here, I'm just tilting. Like, it's so easy to back this up, I don't know what I'm doing here. That was so unnecessary. Anyway. Really? How? Why? Stop! This hurts me so much. I'm better than this at this game. Why is my phalanx so goddamn terrible? Like, the more often I fail this... And I didn't even... it's fine. Let me just shut up. I tried the new thing and failed it miserably. The problem there was basically that I missed the last sack and aggro's setup was all over the place. It was terrible. I hate it. No need to say more than that, honestly. I don't know about this jump. It feels awkward to me. But then I failed to jump onto a wing like 3 times. It's so bad. I mean, I didn't even fail the first time, but the regrab just failed miserably. No, it's just awkward. Yeah, I can't make them work on the edges either. It's just that it's too awkward for me to hold the buttons that way. I gotta really look into it, but it's weird. All those new IL strats just don't work for me. Yeah, I saw it with you, and I saw it with PDO doing it on like his new way of doing quad. When I tried his way of quad, I just couldn't get it working at all. Yeah, I don't know. It is fine though. At least I finished the run. But I'm not happy with this one at all. Oh man. Just can't tilt. That's all. And I mean, from the looks of the pace, this will still be like close to up sub 125. Which in the end, is it really that much worse? It's actually crazy, like, the world record of this used to be a 125.47 or something. And that used to be like peak performance. Now if I even get close to that kind of run during a marathon, I feel bad about myself. Just shows how much like optimization there was in the meantime. It's crazy. Like sub 130 used to be the gold standard, now sub 130 is just, you know, the bare minimum. But you know, after all this time, with all the new strats, I should be able to get things better than this. I should practice phalanx a bit more. I don't know why phalanx was always like so hard for me in any percent. Like that's the thing, and in ILs and boss rush hasn't been a problem at all ever since I practiced it enough. I think practice is the issue, isn't it? Oh well. But yeah, this run, the way I set aggro up was wrong. And I think that also made it harder for me to hit that last sack. For some reason. I mean, it's different when you practice it and go from the shrine. Maybe I gotta actually take a look and go back to a forest and try to set up from there. Oops. My eyes. Help. Okay, my mesh is all over the place. This is painful. I'm starting to become old, man. I guess the recovery wasn't too bad. I thought I got wacky. What happened there? Probably this. What just happened there. I can't get a break this run, man. Everything is just going wrong. Are you kidding me right now? Could you just get a move on? He made a cool new one. That's cool. Are you going to do it through OBS in the future? Because that's sick. Okay, yeah, well. It was to be expected that I lose time there. That's glorious. Looking forward to Gaia's Cam, man. It's got to have a lot of memes. I mean, actually, now that I think of it, JK, you might be one of the very, very few, let's put it like, veterans of this game that I haven't seen a picture of, or like a webcam or anything. Like, I'm one of the very few people that has seen a picture of Hammer. You know? Well, I actually think there's someone on Foxy's server, to be fair. But even before that, like, I think before that it was literally just Foxy, Wacky, and I. Okay, so it wasn't Foxy's server though, right? But it's like a select group of people, at least. Because yeah, I think later on Foxy posted pictures of them on the trip they did in Italy. But okay. Okay, bro. Sure. Whatever, man. Let's just fall through the ground at some point. Why not? Did you see that? Akro was just about to death percent there. I would have found that hilarious. I really thought about the death percent there. Thought about warping through the ground. No questions asked. But like, let me think about it. I mean, the Japanese people are very reserved, don't know how they look like. I've seen Iguchi's hands. That's also fun. Oh, that's fucked. Yep. Hate when that happens. But everything in this run already happened, so like, you know, it is what it is. It's weird that it shows like the overworld there instead of Argus, but I guess it makes sense because you died to the cliff. That's probably the reason there. My god, this is so terrible. I hate everything about this. Sure. I can't just get a clean Colossus today, man. But at least I'm finishing a run. And that run will be terrible. Okay, what can I aim for still to make this interesting? Because the sub 125 is dead. Now, let me just... What was this exact RTA? This might be worst run I've done in quite a while. I mean, what I can definitely aim for is trying get as close as possible to your gold malice. That's probably the goal here now, just to give myself any kind of goal. And yeah, I think to keep my sanity I will probably just do some ILs today. And maybe some proper any percent attempts tomorrow. But at least I finished a run, right? That's something. Gotta get the worst run right now so it doesn't happen during really longathon. Hoping for a nice chill 1:22:30 or something. That would be nice. You know, plus 2 minutes, nothing too crazy. In really longathon. Or maybe just record during really longathon. That would also be nice. Will probably not happen. But who knows. I've seen crazier things. I know that during some of my races I've been on record pace for quite a long stretch of time before. But there I think it's just with focus. You know, not talking to stream, not talking to anyone, just pure focus on the game. I should probably do the same when I'm running this for record. But that's boring. Really gotta accelerate hard. Come on, man. Well, okay, nope. Usually I'm able to quick stop there, but now I'm just suffering. Time loss. Just doing one, like, acceleration there usually makes it a bit better. But this is already ass. Starkey did a couple runs. Anyway. I'm just not that fast at the quick climb thing. Not sure if this was smoother than usual. Won't do anything fancy today. I'll just do the usual execution. Wow. I've recently tried a bit of a Malice IO and I was finally able to make the complete pitless work. On 60 FPS I know I made it work, but I got it like a couple times. I think making the jump over the pit as short of a jump as possible helps it. Yeah, I just wanted to keep this chill. Didn't feel like failing anything. Right at the end of the run. For like boss rush, or if it's like very close, it's a good strat though. And eventually it will probably become standard. Not fairly likely to become standard eventually. "15 seconds slower than you, but still gold." Though, to be fair, most of that time loss was me not quick stopping with aggro. I think I'm getting closer, at least. You know? With a tic-tac strat, I think I could get there. That's already something, right? My gold is like at 118.09. The name for the tic-tac strat? The pit tac strat. Ha ha no. That sounds fucking awful. I had a weird dream recently, by the way, about Malice. My dream was that instead of going forward, I went to the left and all of a sudden I was on Malice's other hand. And I stabbed it and basically skipped all that like section where you have to climb up. Where is the other hand even while we were climbing that first hand? That's a good question, isn't it? That was also gold. I mean, 125.56, considering this was the most awful run ever, I'll honestly take it. Like, sub 126 used to be world record, so like, you know. Yeah, this wasn't a great run at all. I'll be honest, but you know, for a no reset, at least a warm up. And like, if you asked me a while ago, I would have said a 125 is a very, very good, like. Oh, it's probably my laundry. If you asked me a while ago, I would have probably said that a 125 is a very good no reset run. Just 10 seconds above this run from way back then. Yeah, you know, I was actually curious. Not gonna lie, I actually went into a Malice fight only to realize that no way, but you know, if you could somehow, like, isn't the other hand way lower somewhere? I don't know. If you could just jump to the second hand, it would be a complete, like, overhaul of the strat. Where is the second hand? I should probably take a closer look. Maybe that's like the 17th Colossus. Malice's second hand. Oh, skip. So I have a wash dryer, and the freaking laundry is still not fully dry. I think it was because there was too much laundry in there. Kinda annoying. Well, at least I got 3 gold splits: Pelagia, Malice, and Dorman. Even though the Malice is still 15 seconds off JK, but I'm getting closer, right? I'm getting closer. Let's see what this is IGT-wise, and then maybe I'll give it a few goes. Just to see if I can get a run past Gaius real quick. What also is kind of a good sign is that I call the worst possible run a run with is still a 125. Like, you know, if a 125 is the worst possible, that's not too bad. Yeah, it is a lot of small things, but they added up so freaking much. So freaking much. It's insane. The Bassaran setup, used to cost us. Basically, we're skipping that first part where you just wait for Bastran to set up, simply by just making him do that part in a cutscene. Then the freaking Gaius. Then the freaking, like, you know, if you go way back, the better Hydra setup, that makes it more consistent. Your new Dirge, which is a faster setup. The new Phalanx. Slow but steady improvements on the later parts in general. It's actually insane. Like, this could be a 102 or something. It's probably a 103, but this could be a 102. And that's scary. Because 102 is like world record territory a while back. You know, quite a while back, to be fair. Is it though? Is it really though? I mean, I guess it makes it more consistent, because before that there used to be some cases where even when you waited, the setup wasn't quite 100%, but now it is. It's both. I have an idea of what I should do. I should probably finally beat Wacky's Dirge HTA. Shouldn't I do that? Do you have like the setup for the IL arrow that you do? Like, how does it work? Then I might just try and do that. It's long overdue. Because I only need to get it like once and then it's just free. I just noticed. Yeah, sure. Let's do it like that. And do you like count the expresses or something? Is that what you do? Because if that setup is consistent, would make the switch to bow, jump on aggro, turn towards full count, 7 kicks, turn slightly to the left, flip the camera around, hit I. Okay. Slightly to the left. I gotta take a look at how you do it on your world record in the meantime. Let me do that. It's actually sick that you got sub 35 like that. Hammer's run looked so freaking clean. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, just slightly. It really is just slightly, and hit the eye. But you're hitting the other eye that I don't usually hit. Okay, I think you actually saved time, even without the rollout, simply because your second jump step was quicker than Hammer's, I think. That jump step cancel was beautiful, and that last jump step also was. I haven't. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I will probably just use modern. Do they have like older sounds now? That's pretty cool. I gotta take a look at that. Gotta get that PS1 stuff going. It's sad that it's limited time though. Why wouldn't they just keep it? You know? But I get it. The PS1 intro is so freaking nostalgic, not gonna lie. It actually made me think of potentially just running the Power Rangers games that I bought. The speedruns look kinda fun. Let's see. It's probably a 103. Still not even close. That's disgusting. This is still a 102. Yikes. Okay, sure. Why not? Okay. So worst possible time ever for me is still a 102, I guess. Let me take a look at the UI. Where do I set it up? Here, right? Let's make it all PS1. Dude! This is so sick. Blop, 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 blop. This is so cool. Okay, I want the old stuff. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, anyway, even here, that's fun. Wait, I didn't want the normal, I wanted the hard. PS2 is such a vibe. Okay, let me go back. I want HTA. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alrighty. So what's like the... Where do you look at the wall? And then it's just 7, you said, right? Let me take a look again. 7 kicks, okay. Yeah, that's a 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was pretty much it. Towards the one on the left, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something along those lines. Probably less of a turn, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's just the way I'm used to it, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's hard, but I can see how it works. This is like the odd instance where classic controls might actually be easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically like that and then actually hit the arrow, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you actually gotta shoot instantly almost. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does this look like roughly correct? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Towards the right side of the left dot, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe Hard Dirge does it a bit differently. That could also be the case, actually. Well, actually not in this instance. No, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This was completely wrong. Okay. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not used to shooting the left eye, so I'm not even sure what I'm looking for there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure if I'd skipped a kick. Okay, I gotta look at where you aim. Do you aim straight at the eye? Already too far. Okay, it's faster when I do it. You don't wait for him to come up, you just go and aim it fairly straight, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Not quite at all, but the stun was good. Actually, the stun was very good. Never mind, the stun was horrible. Okay. Getting there, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, at least it gets like that low turn that you want out of it. This is probably still not there. Nope. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder if I'm like turning too little or too much. Probably too much. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the parallel wall stun was already pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rawr, I'm a dirge. I'm eating you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I should turn more before I shoot. This is the moment where Classic literally has no disadvantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're doing individual level attempts at Dirge. What I'm trying to do is hit Dirge in a way where the sigil is submerged under the sand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since that allows for jump stabs that are cancelled. And there's a new setup for it. I'm not that good at it. But it has a lot of potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitting that eye is so hard. But a few times I did, it actually went pretty well. For the most part. Just a bit off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that wasn't it. Turning too much? Okay, I'll try to turn less. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see. I mean, you mentioned just a slight turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, I'm doing it wrong again. I'm so used to doing it this way, but you don't have the time to do it this way. With this strat, which makes a lot of sense actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's probably too close. Too close means I was... Yeah, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I hit, but it didn't work. If it did work, I think this would have been it. It just was already sucked into that other animation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm slowly getting a feel for it. Not my kind of vibe, but it works. I gotta aim a bit higher. Okay, this was completely off somehow. Oh! Did I shoot it too early the last few times? That was probably just positioning though. But I think I know what you mean, because Dirge has to turn towards you a little bit. I remember when 16-second wall stun was like the peak performance kind of thing. No, that didn't hit. I was confused for a second. But now, what are we looking at? 14, 15? 14, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see, yeah, that's what I thought. It made sense when I took a look. Oh, this time my cursor was just off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder if I should try classic controls. Because at this point it shouldn't matter, right? Because Classic might actually make this surprisingly easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no mind, I hate it so much. God, oh god, make it stop. Yeah, it always is until it clicks, and I'm doing it completely differently from the way I do it usually. Basically hitting the whole of eye. Yeah, I'm not doing that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I think it is. They had like some issues here and there, but I'm not following it too closely. I think it would surprise me if they ever finished that project, I'll be quite honest. You aim below the eye, really? Because like there were like other projects that got a lot more progress a lot more quickly, but then they stopped because it's just so much work. Below and to the right? Okay, I'll try that. Like there, but it's just it doesn't give me too much time to do that. I hit it twice so far and both those were 16 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would have been too much below. Do you mean the bottom right of the eye but not below it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or turning too much. Too close. There's a lot of things that interact with each other. I would have to do so many attempts to get a feel for it, because I haven't done intense dirge practice in a while. Not making much progress, am I? I'm also just tired. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, fuck this. Basically, I know what to look for, but I would need to do so many attempts in this. I don't even know. Let me just do a few Cenobias before I stop streaming. Okay, sure. I kind of feel like I'm started to mash slower than usual. It feels bad. Okay. You know what? I'm not feeling it at all. I'll probably be back tomorrow with some more any percent attempts, but you know, I finished the run. That's fine.